Hello and welcome to another video. I am Debbie. Today I have another WIP and Chat, my weekly WIP and Chat, but I first wanted to show you the progress that I made from week 1 on my Josephine Wall Max canvas. This one is Fly Me to the Moon, and it is from Diamond Painting Deutschland. It has 220 colors. And I've gotten quite a bit done. I mean, I just started on it a week ago, and I have this part here that I have not finished yet on that one section, but I'm ready to move on to another section. I'm going straight across here, and then also what I'm doing is that this one has grid lines. So it's gonna be hard for you to see where you are, but on the grid lines, and it's also hard here because this is dark blue, and so it's hard to see the lines, but I like to go 4 down and 4 across. So that's how I have this one set up. And I'm going to go ahead and work on that one today while we chat a little bit, but I just wanted to show you how much that I've done. And I normally would not have this much completed in such a short time, but I was on spring break last week and spent a lot of time on this canvas. I am loving how this is coming out. And also, surprisingly, there's quite a bit of color blocking so far in this. It hasn't been just horrible, horrible confetti, but I am getting there. I am seeing where that's going to start happening in the next row or two. So let me rearrange, and then we will get back together and we will have a little chat. Okay, I think I'm ready. I have a drink. I have everything that I need. I have my tray from DpGalCreations. Love my tray. And this actually says J-Wall 2023 on one end, and then DpGalCreations on the other. And then I also have my pen that I've gotten custom made from CraftedMakes. And unfortunately, I dropped it. It was totally my fault. Busted this little side here, but that's all. So that's all that I did to it. I have not dropped a pen until now. And of course, it would have to be one that I really love and a new one. But anyway, it is still functional. You can't tell it unless you look at the end. I have my canvas. I have all 220 of my colors out. I am using Enabler's Outpost Chit in my multi-placer. And then normally I will also use putty in my single, but decided to go ahead and go back and start using glue dots again. And the reason why is I started cleaning out my craft room and I found just piles of glue dots that I had from when I was working on some different scrapbook projects and things. And so thought I need to go ahead and use these and put them in my single placer, and they seem to be okay. So I'm going to do that for a while, and then I will go back and use putty later. So let's go ahead and get started, and then I'll go over some things. First of all, how's everybody doing? I want to always ask that first. I never want to forget because I am really concerned. I'm interested in everything that everybody is doing. What are you working on? If you observe Easter, how was your Easter? And were you able to have some time off with your friends and family, or by yourself? And that's kind of what we did. We just took some time off, and it was really, really nice. But we'll go into that also. But just wanted to check in with everybody to make sure that all is well. I am doing this at a really weird angle. I just don't want to get my head in the camera. Let me make sure I'm okay here. All right, I think I'm good. Okay, so before we get started, I want to have a shout out to all of our sponsors. If you are not familiar yet, we, as in Angie and Kim and myself, are hosting an event in April and May, and that is the J-Wall event. And if you are not participating, you do not have to participate. in order to be here with my WIP and chat. And certainly you don't have to participate in order to win any of the weekly giveaways. The only thing that you have to participate for is going to be our end of the time that we have together. We will have the end of our event, and that will be the end of May, and that would just be the grand prize. But you are more than welcome to listen into the WIP and Chat. The WIP and Chats are not all about Josephine Wall and the event. I am just going to go over a few things regarding the event, and then from there it is going to be my typical WIP and Chat. So I first want to shout out to all of our sponsors. I am going to have the links below. Some of our sponsors are offering discounts for our event. Again, anyone can take part in the discount. And that is DpGalCreations, CraftedMakes, Captured by Radiance, Diamond Painting Shop, Dainty Diamond Paintings, that's also known as Diamond Painting Fanatics, Coverminders by Siobhan, the one with the diamond art, and then also diamond painting with sparklers. And so we want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us with this event. We definitely are very grateful that we do have such wonderful sponsors and that we are able to give you guys some prizes as well. So first of all, again, this is going to be just my typical WIP and Chat. And if you're not familiar with how I set up my WIP and Chats, I have a work in progress, and I just happen to be working today on my Josephine Wall. I may or may not work on this one throughout the event. It really just depends if I'm in the mood to work on it. I am a very moody, or I shouldn't say moody, that sounds like, you know, I'm in a bad mood all the time, but I'm a particular diamond painter. I guess that sounds better. Where if I am not in the mood to work on a particular canvas, then I'm going to be very slow with it. I'm going to make all kinds of mistakes and just not enjoy it. So as long as I'm in the mood to work on this, I'll work on it. But if not, I have several others that I can choose from, and I probably will do so. But right now, I have really been motivated and want to work on this one. I haven't really wanted to work on any of the others, and that's kind of strange, I figured to me, because I figured that I would want to work on something else like I did with my Diana painting, to where after a while I just couldn't work on it anymore, and that didn't take me very long to get to that point. So for here, this I think is really good that I am able to focus and to work on this. I'm trying to see, so that really weird glare, the sun's coming in at a weird angle, but I am just really excited to have gotten this much done. I don't even know how much that this is. This glue dot is starting. This is why I don't like using glue dots. And I may end up going back because the glue dot to me always sticks to the actual drills. After a while, it seems to be okay, but I'm gonna rub it on my pants. Sometimes that works. And see if that's going to help with this glue dot. And of course, I didn't have any problems till I got on here. That's how it usually happens. Everything is smooth sailing until you hit that record button, and then you start to have issues, or at least that's me. Oh yeah, much better. It just needed to be rubbed a little bit. Okay, so this past week we were on spring break, and that's how come I had gotten so much done. And to me, this is a lot. I know that some of you diamond paint really fast, and this probably doesn't look like very much to you guys. For me, this is a lot. I diamond painted quite a bit last week because of spring break. We really weren't doing anything. I did take my daughter to the bookstore. She loves books. She loves reading manga and watching different manga shows. And to me, I just don't get it. To me, it's like more of a comic book. And I was never into comic books when I was growing up. So I guess that's why I don't like these books that she reads, because I mean, to me, it looks just like a comic book. But she really enjoys this. She's reading. And so I am excited about that. So we went to the bookstore, and I had not been to this bookstore, this location before. Well, in a long time. And so I told her, I said, why don't we go there and see if we can find you some more books? We've been ordering books for her because the library just doesn't have anything that, she really wants. And it's really hard because, with her being special needs, they have either books that are for really young kids, or they have books that are for young adults that might have romance in it, and she doesn't like that at all. And so it's really hard to find something that she enjoys reading that's on her level. And she is a really fast reader. She's on a higher level of reading, but sometimes on the understanding on certain things she's not. So to find something that she enjoys reading, it has been troublesome. But she really likes these manga. She's found several series that she likes that are appropriate. And she knows, what, if she likes to read, what she doesn't. She knows what's appropriate, which is really good. I don't have to worry about that. But we went to the bookstore, and I didn't know that this bookstore had a whole back section that was just dedicated to manga. And they actually had just put this section in not very long ago. It was after Christmas. So she didn't know that either. So we were walking around the bookstore, and she was looking, couldn't find the section that she wanted, and she just happened to come across this section that was in the back. So she goes and she finds me, and she's all excited and kind of scared me because I didn't know why she was so excited, and she wanted to show me. So I went back there, and it was just row after row of these manga books. And we've never found a place before that had so many. So we were there for over 2.5 hours for her just to go through all of these different books. And so I found a couple of books that I liked, and they had a coffee shop in this bookstore, and they sold Starbucks. So I got a Starbucks coffee, and I got a book, and I told her, so I'm just going to sit here, and then when you're ready, then we'll go. So finally, after about 2.5 hours, I thought, I need to go check, and see what she's doing. So I went over there, and lo and behold, she was, oops, I just lost. I am not liking this glue dot. I'm going to have to take this out. Lo and behold, she was still over there, and she was still looking at books. And so she had a stack in her hand. I'm like, I think that's going to be enough books. I don't think that you're going to be able to read all anymore. So let's go ahead and wrap up and let's go. So she was all excited, and she spent the rest of that day reading. And then she also spent the next day reading, and she really didn't even play games or watch TV. She was just so excited that she found all these books. So that was really nice. She got her off her computer, and so now I know exactly where we can go to find books for her. So that was one day. And then we were planning on going to the same area, used to have a Bath and Body Works. And we really like Bath and Body Works. We wanted to get some more shower gel and some lotion and things instead of ordering it, because I wanted to see, what kind of new scents that they had. Well, they closed that store, so we didn't get to go there. But at least we did get to go to the bookstore. And I only bought a couple of books, which was good for me. I have several at home that I really need to read before I buy any more. And so that's my plan. But I wrote down several that I found that I liked, some different series that I want to check out. So I did that. And I did read some last week. But I mean, I was in my craft room almost the entire week, and which was really nice. But I didn't do just diamond painting. I decided I have so much stuff, so much craft stuff, that I don't even know some of the things that I have. And so I have another friend of mine that is going through her craft room, and she's doing a lot of purging and things. And so I thought, I'm going to join her and I'm going to do this too. And now I have a huge mess in my craft room. I mean, a really huge mess in my craft room. I have piles everywhere that I have a maybe pile, meaning am I going to keep this or am I going to get rid of it? I have another pile of stamps that I want to sell. Some I've never even used, or maybe used once or twice, had for a long time. And I thought, if I haven't used these by now, then I'm probably not going to be using these. And so it's time to let go of them. So that was one thing that I did. And then I started to get better organized. I did buy quite a bit of organizational supplies from Amazon. And I just waited until I knew what I needed instead of just saying, oh, I think I can use this. No, I thought I'm going to wait and see exactly what I need. I don't want to buy something that might work and then I'll use it for something else. I want to make sure I know what I want to use this for before I buy it. Although with Amazon, almost everything you can return, but you know, it's kind of a hassle. I didn't want to have to do that. So I have had a few Amazon deliveries. And then I also found some things diamond painting related that I wanted to get organized with. I have bought some new boxes that I want to work on to try to get my spare drills better organized. So that's also on my list, but I first have to get all of my cards and everything together that I want to, keep, how I'm going to organize all of that. If it's something that I haven't used in a long time, what's the point in keeping it? So I really am working hard on that. But I thought, oh, I can get all of this done, for spring break. I'll be really good. No, that does not happen. This is going to be a very long process because my room is large. I have things not in organizations that I would like for it to be. So I'm working on that off and on. And then also, I wanted to spend time diamond painting. I had other things to do around the house, but we mainly stayed home last week. And our weather wasn't the greatest. It was supposed to rain every day, and then it would not rain, and then it was supposed to rain the next day, and then it would just be cloudy. So we really didn't go anywhere. It wasn't really cold, but it was just kind of an icky week to be getting out and doing anything. We went to the grocery store and bought some things for Easter, and we did observe Easter, and so that was really nice. My kids are grown, so we don't do Easter bunny or anything like that. And I was never one that really did a lot with the Easter bunny because I didn't feel that the Easter bunny was Easter. That was not what we celebrated. And so the kids would have Easter baskets when they were little, but it wouldn't be just this huge Easter basket or anything like that. And then I did miss that the kids, they used to hunt Easter eggs. We would do it in the house, outside, and both my kids loved doing that. When they got older, they liked to have Easter egg hunts. And so we didn't do that. I didn't even really think about it. And Paige did mention it later yesterday. Today's Monday for me. She mentioned it that, we didn't hunt Easter eggs. And so I thought, well, I didn't know that she wanted to do that because she didn't tell me. So I said, we can always do Easter egg hunt anytime. So I've got some plastic eggs, so I can always get those out. And I may do that this weekend. But our weather has been so crazy that I don't ever know what to plan for, because last week, one day, it actually had gotten to 80 degrees and it was so hot upstairs in our room when we went to bed that I told my husband, we're going to have to turn the air conditioner on. And so, he agreed. We turned the air conditioner on. And then yesterday for Easter, it was down in the 40s and it was cold. So then we had to turn the heat on. So it's just absolutely crazy. Today is in the 50s, but the wind is just horrible. I'm going to have to not do this now, but I think because I showed you that my pen, that I broke it, I'm having a problem keeping my single placer in here. So I may have to take my multi-placer out and put just a single placer. I may end up having to do that because my single placer is not staying in here, and it could be because I broke the bottom of it. And I couldn't believe I did that. I was not happy. It just rolled right off my table, and it was clearly my fault. It wasn't the faulty pen or anything like that. It was clearly my fault that I broke my pen. I could be multi-placing these if I wasn't doing this on film. I probably would. I know I would be. There wouldn't be a probably. I would be. But it's really hard. Some of these are hard to see, and it's really hard to do this, to try to talk and for me to multi-place. And really, it shouldn't be that difficult. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, multi-placing or single placing, it's all about the same. And my poor dog is starting to bark. I think she's going to want out. And there she goes. All right. Let's see, what else? Other than spring break, it was really a boring week. I mean, not really boring for us. I was in my happy place. When I'm in my craft room, that is my happy place. I could be there all the time. It never fails. I go to record a video and it happens every single time. My dogs start barking and they want to go out. I tried to get them to go outside before I started because I knew they would do this, and no, they weren't interested. So then as soon as I start recording, they start to bark. So I stopped really quick, went and let them out, because number one, I know you guys don't want to hear them barking. I know I don't. And second thing is, they really want to go out bad enough, they have to go out. I don't want them to have any accidents in the house, which they never ever do. My collie was so easy. She was so easy to train, but she's not so easy to train on certain things, or she's just stubborn. We tell her to sit, she jumps on us. We tell her off, and then she sits down. So I don't know if she's confused or if she just does it because she wants to. She is a little stubborn thing. Let's see. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I never drink coffee in the afternoons. I mean, it's just something, I just don't. I don't ever want it. To me, that's just a morning drink, and I am just happy as can be drinking coffee in the morning, and then I am fine for the rest of the day. But I did not have a doctor's appointment until 11:30 today, and I had to fast because I had to have some lab work done. I don't know why they made it so late in the day, late in the morning, I guess, knowing that I had labs. So I could not have anything, you know, to eat or drink after midnight. And I could have had black coffee, but I cannot stand black coffee. I have to have something in my coffee. I usually have about as much cream as I do coffee. So I knew that I just wouldn't like that. So I thought, nope, I'll just drink water and I'll be okay until after my appointment. Well, of course, there was nobody in the doctor's office in the waiting room. And I thought, well, this is good. I'll be able to get in and out of here. Oh no, of course not. I had to wait an hour and got back there, wasn't back there anytime, got my lab work done, and then I was able to come home. So as soon as I came home, I got something to eat. And since I hadn't had coffee this morning, I thought I'm going to have coffee. And it should be okay to where it's still early enough. It should wear off before bedtime because I am doing this still in the early afternoon. Normally I would prefer to do my WIP and chats as soon as Paige is on the bus for school, but did not happen today because since I was off last week, I knew I'd have a lot of emails and different things for work, and I needed to go ahead and get started on it. And as soon as I did, I had a lot of work that I had to do, a lot of emails to answer and different things. So I did all of that. Then I went to my doctor's appointment. By the time I did all of that, got home, got something to eat, it's kind of late in the afternoon, which is fine. It's a sunny day. It looks beautiful out. So I'm hoping that the natural light will be fine with this. And I did not bring my light pad down, hoping that I wouldn't need it. I probably should have gotten it because some of these are the symbols are kind of hard to see. But I know what they are, so I'm okay. They may not be as straight as if I would have had a little bit more light coming on directly onto it. I mean, because there are so many symbols, some of these are hard, and some of the symbols on this are really hard to tell what they are. I've gotten now to where I know all of them because I just finished Diana and went directly from that one, gave myself about a week break, and then started working on this one. And so the symbols are all the same. So I think that's what's helping me to be a little bit faster, because with Diana, when I first started, I was extremely slow. And then I put it up for a long time and I would get back to it. And every time I would get back to it, I would forget what the symbols were. I would forget where they were in my containers. And so I think that has helped too, that I am familiar with the painting or the actual symbols and how they have theirs set up. I do have a winner I need to announce from week 1, and I will do that shortly. And then week 2 is my week for a giveaway. The majority of the weeks we're going to have giveaways from all 3 of us, but there's a couple of weeks where we're not. And so this week will be just me, and then next week we will have somebody else. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the schedule for next week. I don't know if it's all 3 of us or if it is just one of us, but that will be announced soon enough. If you would like to join the Josephine Wall event, feel free to do so. The information is located underneath the description. We do have a very active Facebook group going for this event. If you're not on Facebook, no worries. You don't have to be on Facebook to be in the event. You can just let one of us know, and then we can get you the information that you need. We do require a start photo You have until the end of April for that start photo, and then at the end of May, for the end of the event, you just have to show that you completed a 30 by 40 section of your canvas. And 30 by 40, it may sound really large, but it's really not, especially for 2 months. Now, some of Josephine Wall's are very confetti heavy. I know that Diana was. And I know this one's going to get confetti heavy. And if you're not familiar with that, that is simply where you have more colors, quite a bit of colors in a small area. Now, what I'm working on right now is called color blocking, because I'm using a lot of the same colors, where I can actually use my multi-placer and I can have more than one drill put down at a time. And some people like to simply single place, even though they can, there's room to multi-place. I was a single placer for a very long time. I was so against multi-placing, and it wasn't because I thought I was cheating, which I think is silly. I know that a lot of people say, well, if you multi-place, that's cheating. Well, I'm not really sure how that's considered cheating, because you're still putting drills down. That was not my mindset. It was the fact that I felt that I just wasn't very good at multi-placing. My multi-placing was not 100% straight, and that bothered me. It was very crooked, but it took time. And then once I got used to it, then I started really liking it. And I think now it's kind of fun to multi-place. And sometimes I'll multi-place, and then sometimes I will catch myself just single placing, and I'm like, I could have multi-placed, but it's whatever you want to do. And I think that saying that it's cheating, I think that, to me, that's just silly, because you're still doing the work. And to me, this isn't a game, it's a hobby. So I don't see how you could cheat at a hobby. But that's just me. If you feel that way, then nothing against that. That is just my mindset and how I feel. And that could just be also the teacher in me, because to me, cheating is you are copying from somebody else, or you're taking somebody else's work, you're using that work as your own. Well, this is still my work. It doesn't matter how I put these down, it's still mine. So that's just how I feel about this. But it's totally up to however you feel. But I prefer to multi-place. But on some of this, again, trying to, maybe I'm just really still new at WIP and chat, but to me, it's easier sometimes to single place when I am chatting, because I don't really have to think about, I want this lined up straight, how many do I need to put in here, kind of thing. But it's really funny, because whenever I am multi-placing and I am just doing this, by myself, I don't even think about it. So I don't know why I think about it when I am doing WIP and chats. And speaking of WIP and chats, next week is my 1 year WIP and chat anniversary. I will have completed 1 full year of WIP and chats. So I am really excited about that. It's one of the reasons why I keep a number on my WIP and chats, because I want to see how many that I've done. And that will be my 1 year. So I think that is just really funny, because when I first started a channel, or I was thinking about the channel, I was looking to see what others in the diamond painting community do. And I thought, WIP and chats, there is no way I'm going to do a WIP and chat. That is just something that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be able to do that on my channel. I cannot see me doing that. And here I am a year later. And so never say never, right? I'm here a year later and I'm still going strong on WIP and chats. And the WIP and chats are really my favorite video to record. If I had to choose one type of favorite, that would be my WIP and chats. I just really enjoy doing WIP and chats, and I hope that you guys do. I know several of you come back every week, so it must be worth something. But I think that is just a really cool accomplishment when I look back and see how many I've actually done. What I'm finding really interesting on these drills, and it's not all of them, it's not all colors or a specific color really, but these were heavy with static. When I first started kitting this up, I was really surprised because I hadn't heard that Diamond Painting Deutschland had very much static. But when I went to kit this up, I'm like, oh no, this is loaded in static. I had drills all over my hands, all over my table, on my tray, still in the containers. It was awful. But then as I have started using these drills, especially the ones I've used a lot of already, the static pretty much is gone. And I had the dryer sheets in each of the bags. I kept them in there, and then I thought, well, I can go ahead and take these out. No. I shouldn't have taken them out. I should have just left them in there because some of these colors still have a lot of static. Like this one, this is number 823. It's the one that has the feet as a symbol. This one, the static is still really bad. So I need to get my dryer sheets out again. I still have them and I reuse them. So I need to go ahead and get those back out of my craft drawer and go ahead and put those back in there because these are just really staticky. And I know that Angie was saying that she had some drills that she had as spares and she had just put them back in the bag. And then when she went to look at them and she was going to put them in her spare storage, that she said now they have static, the ones that didn't. So I find that really interesting also. I'm hoping that it is just the weather, and as soon as it starts to get warmer, that is going to help, because I do not remember having any static last year in my drills in the summer. Maybe I did, but I will sure remember next winter when I'm going to kit up how bad this winter static was. So we'll see. But I mean, these are sticking to my hands still, and they're still in the container really, really staticky. If you look at this, I almost dropped my pen again. Next time I drop it, it's going to probably fall apart. If you look at this, you can see how that's clinging to the sides? That is horrible static. And that's the color that I'm using. And now it's all over my hands. It's one reason why I'm going so slow on this section too, is just the fact that the drills are so staticky, they don't even want to come off my pen. I don't think it's the glue dot, it's the actual drill too. So I'm having to like give it a little boost. So I just find it really, really strange. Okay, so I am going to stop here and I'm going to grab my computer and then set it up to see who won week ones. Week one, I asked you for a secret word, and I'll ask you again for a secret word for week 2. But week 1, we had a diamond painting with sparklers, and that is a gift certificate. So I'm going to randomly draw now, so to see who won that gift certificate. And then in just a little bit, I am going to give you a secret word, and that is going to be for a $25 gift card from Captured by Radiance. And if you have not checked out either one of these websites, I highly encourage you to do so. DP with Sparklers, that is Tmall's, and I've ordered several times from her. She has amazing sparklers, amazing ABs. I love her quad cubes, and I have also ordered some crystals from her. So I love her website, and her shipping is really fast. It's like as soon as I order, it seems like in no time that it's already shipped and ready to go. And then Captured by Radiance, they are a fairly new diamond painting company, and I have done an unboxing from them last year, and I also purchased another kit from them. I have not had time to do either one, but I am really looking forward to it because the unboxing was really cool. So let me get rearranged here, and then I'll get right back. Okay, let's see on the comment picker. That is, I've already put the comments in here. Include comment replies. I'm going to filter out duplicate names, filter comments on specific text. It should include the word moon. And then I'm going to say number of names or winner is 1. And then let's start the raffle. Okay. Winner Tammy Simon. This says, hey Debbie, your diamond painting Fly Me to the Moon is going to be so pretty. So thanks so much to Tammy. If you will reach out to me via email or Instagram, my information is below under description. And if you get me your information, I will contact DP with Sparklers, and then I will give you the code. So it is a gift card. So thanks so much for everyone that has participated in this week 1. And so we are going to also have something else for week 2, another secret code, and we will do that in just a few minutes. So again, congratulations, Tammy. I am so thankful for all of you for participating, and again, no worries if you did not win. You still have plenty of time. We're going to have at least one winner every week until the grand prize. What else did I want to cover with you guys? There was something that I was going to tell all of you, and I completely forgot what it was. Maybe that was it that I was going to tell you guys. For the upcoming diamond paintings, I am working on this one. You will see this probably again next week. And also, I'm going to show you updates each week on my WIP and chats. I thought about having a separate video every week to show you my progress, but I'm just going to show you every week like I did today. I will just have it flipped around so it's not upside down. Right now, it is upside down. And because it's easier for me to work on it since this is the start of it. And then we will see next week how far that I have gotten. Hopefully I'll have gotten to at least working on the next row. and that would be really nice. I plan on doing quite a bit, hopefully over the weekend, and off and on during the week. I'm going to start getting really busy with work because of the end of the semester is quickly approaching, and there's always more that has to be done for that. And then also I've got to set up my summer classes. Summer will start in early June, so I need to have all my classes ready to go. So that does take some time. So I'm going to be pretty busy this week. I won't have a lot of extra time to diamond paint, but I try to diamond paint every day. I try to get at least something in. It helps to calm my mind, forget about different things, and it's just, to me, it's just so relaxing. So that is one thing that I try without fail to do every day. Sometimes, unfortunately, I don't get to, but then I start to really miss it. So hopefully I will be able to. And right now I do not have any plans to go anywhere or do anything on the weekends until June. And then June's going to be a little crazy, but that's a little ways off, so I'll have some time to worry about that. I have a couple of videos coming up, some unboxings. I have a new Dreamer designs that I want to unbox. And then I purchased some from Jaded Gem Shop that I've just been holding on to, wanting to unbox, but I'm not really sure how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do all of them at one time or just do a few, but I did buy several of the Princess canvases and the Art Nouveau, basically, for the Princess canvases from her, and I want to unbox those, and that was done around Black Friday, but I've just been kind of putting it off. Didn't know if I was going to buy any more, but I have several, so I need to wait and not order anymore, even though she has had her sale. I did order a couple of diamond paintings from her when she was first having her sale because of her flood. And that was, I think, early March. I have not gotten those in yet, so hopefully I'll get those in soon. But I'm in no hurry for them because I have so many others. I'm not doing them anytime soon. I'm also waiting on DIY Moon Shop. I had gotten a coupon that was 50% off, and that was for current customers. And so I did that back in March, and I'm not sure when those will come in either, but those are going to be fun ones to do. One is a little different than what I'm used to doing, but it's been on my wish list for a very long time. So I thought I need to get that one since it is on sale. And it was a little expensive with the sale, so without the sale, I didn't want to pay that. But we'll see that shortly. And then also, I'm working on a couple of video projects that may take a little while until I get everything in that I need. And that, I don't know, it may be a couple of weeks before you see that one. I am really in an organization mode right now because of my craft room. And then I see things and thinking, this would help me. This would be a lot better to do it this way. So when I get in that mode, it's one of those things where I better do it now when I'm in that mood, because I'm not always in the mood to organize, even though I enjoy organizing. And I'm not always in the mood, especially to clean. And my craft room is rather dusty just because it's in the basement. So when I'm in that kind of a mood, I need to stop and get that kind of stuff done. Alrighty. I think I'm going to call it good today. I know this may be a little bit shorter than normal, but really because of spring break, I don't have a lot to go over, and I don't want to just bore you guys with just nonsense, talk of nothing really, going on. But I wanted to give you a secret word, and the secret word this week is, let me think of something. Let's go with blue. BLUE, the color. not the word like the wind blue, but the color BLUE, because all of this section here that I have been working on, it's all blue. It has a little bit of pink over here, but almost all of this is blue. I am ready for a change. I want to be able to use some of these gorgeous, this is kind of a burnt orange. I want to use that, or look at some of these bright colors. This bright purple, and there's another darker blue. I've used a lot of that one already, or even some pinks in here, some other colors. Here's kind of a gray, anything, but so let's go with blue. Make sure that you put that in a sentence at the bottom underneath the description, and you will have until the end of the day on Sunday to get that in if you would like to comment. So you will be in the running for another gift certificate, and that one is going to be from Captured by Radiance. So make sure you do get that in. And then on Monday morning, I will go ahead and I will work on, hopefully earlier in the morning, I will work on my WIP and chat and then include the random comment picker. Thanks so much if you have made it this far. I really do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. I think that you will like it here, and you can see when more content comes out. And then also, please click on the like button before you go. That really helps with the algorithm to get my videos out, and that is so, so appreciative. And I do thank all of you for being a part of my small little community here. I absolutely love it. I always look forward to videos. And on days that I don't do a video, I want to just go in and just do a WIP and chat. So that way I feel like I am more connected to everybody. Thanks so much again. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.